Alrighty, welcome back to another war video. We're going against G3W Respect, and yeah, they have something interesting. They only have two Gurik tanks, and then the rest were Bernadettes or red tanks. And you can see I paused here. I'm doing an overlay because I was busy initially and I didn't have time to record with with my commentary, so I thought I would just overlay it. Now I paused for a while here because I actually wanted to use this green team against the only Gurik tank that was alive at that time. And then I thought, oh my god, I clicked the wrong defense. Excuse me. And it was so amazing that I actually managed to cobble up enough greens before Bernadette fired, and that I was able to kill her. And it was all thanks to Teffer. I gotta say, position-wise, I thought I did pretty well in terms of making sure that there was no issues with trying to get my greens, and I was pretty lucky with the green match at the left there. So yeah, it worked out pretty well, but I was in danger. And Thafford, you could see the amount of damage he dealt was crazy, and the Mega Minions just took care of the rest. So it ended up being such a nice hit that it was perfect for the first hit. And now because of that, I initially wanted to use this blue team for Bernadette, but I thought, hey, you know what? This blue team has served me quite well against Gurik, and this particular Gurik defense that they had was, it felt okay to use this. I didn't want to make the yellow and blue at the top because it will affect the yellow match at the bottom. And then I realized that there was another yellow match that I could do on the left before making the one at the top. So I could get Homri and Ran Xiaoqi before Gurik fired. But I think in this case, what happened was I think Gurik had the Mega Minion, and then I was like, man, I gotta go the hard way in this. So the way this whole team functioned as well was also because it doesn't matter that Gurik fired. I just need to make sure that I had enough sustain from Nautica, in which case there was no way they could silence Nautica thanks to her passive. So as long as Nautica stayed alive, in this case I was really, really scared that Song Jiang was going to kill Nautica. As long as Nautica was alive, it didn't matter because whichever side that Song Jiang hits, I could essentially heal and just delay them long enough to make sure that we could actually, get our tiles here. I was really lucky with that cascade as well that stopped Li Kui. And now I think I was in the clear. I was pretty much in the clear here, honestly. Didn't matter that what do you call it? Sable was gonna bring people back. I think in this case, it was gone. It went pretty well. I gotta say, it went pretty well here. And then once the silence wore off, you could see I was just trying to check when the silence was going off. I could just make one turn, and I believe I made one more turn before the silence wore off. Yep, and then I could use Ixin first, followed by Homri, and then I just waited until they came back. So the good thing about this is because of the wither, and since they don't have anybody that increases back the amount of wither that I give, they were actually pretty weak in terms of their stats. So that was a good kill again, and yeah, it worked out pretty well. Okay, this fight, this third match was, I think for me was really interesting. I had Loki, Hrothgar, and Quarry, and the reason why I wanted to use Quarry here was because I needed to get some more growth onto Loki and Matt Geary to make them stay alive. So in this case, I saw I had a yellow and blue match, but I didn't want to make that initial match. I could make the one at the right, but then I realized immediately after that that I probably shouldn't have done that because right now I have no blues. Like, this is the classic example of not having any blues on the board, and you're hoping for that third blue match, and you're never going to get it with Bernadette charging up. So this was I didn't know what I could have done differently here, because I felt that there was a way to get Aurikak and Megiri, and then that red cascade came, and I was like, what the fuck? So I pretty much had to play this game while being in a painting, and I had to calculate. Okay, the good thing about this defense as well, and the saving grace about this, is that they were using Ott as a flank to Bernadette, which means they had a healer, and Askian doesn't deal that much of damage. So that was my saving grace. What didn't help me was that Zaza was able to kill, I believe Zaza killed Aurikak, and then right after that, she killed Loki. So here I was like, okay, you know what, the safest way, and actually it was kind of dumb. Like, I shouldn't have tried to just charge Zaza. I should have just fired into Astrid, because it doesn't matter that Astrid was going to heal them. Eventually I was going to get, I was going to get back Loki, and you can see here Zaza just killed Loki straight away. So now I'm playing with 3 heroes now, and with the threat of Bernadette firing again. So I had to like think, how am I going to get out of this? And the only way I could see was that if Corey somehow manages to heal me enough for me to tank another painting hit from Bernadette. But I think here I did check to see whether I was coming off the painting straight away, because I could use Hrofgar to kind of delay it one more turn. I think here I took a while to think. I had a decision to make, because if you notice, all the tiles here were going to hit directly into Bernadette, and that was pretty, pretty sad. So I did get one turn off where I could, essentially heal off. And this was where, at that point, Askin was about to fire, Bernadette was about to fire. I thought for sure I was going to lose this match. And then for some reason, I believe Corey resisted again. You can see from this, I think Corey resisted again, and that really saved my ass here. So you can see, oh no, Corey didn't resist this time, but this time I believe, since everyone was not charging, I thought this was a good time to count the painting. So I was counting this internally. I was trying to prepare the yellow diamond, and I was just making sure that, you see, the good thing about having Hrofgar here as well, and one of the best things to have about Hrofgar is, whenever he gets hit by a special skill, he gets an attack stat, and that actually helps in the blue stack, because the Beowulf family keeps getting the stacks on them, and they actually make blue tiles hit really, really hard. So once Bernadette was gone, I didn't need to worry about Zaza. I didn't need to worry about Askin. I need to worry whether Astrid was going to bring back Bernadette. And I need to hope, and this was the whole plan of bringing Corey in here, was that Corey needed to find a way to dispel. I needed that 25% chance to dispel the damage drop from Astrid in order for me to kill Bernadette whenever she revived. Because remember, we killed Bernadette. I killed Bernadette here when she wasn't fully charged. So I believe that if all the stars were to align here, Astrid revives Bernadette, nobody does anything, Corey dispels the damage drop, and I could use Hrofgar and any tiles that I get, any blue tiles that I get underneath Bernadette to kill her. So this was all I'm waiting for. I believe I went to time with this as well, because it was difficult to navigate. I needed to prepare just in case she was going to come back, because the cascades were also causing Astrid to fire. And I think here she came back. Yeah, Bernadette came back. The whole team came back, and here I thought I was going to lose already. But I had enough life, enough HP on all my heroes here to make it interesting. And you can see here, you look at Hrothgar, you look at Quarry. Hrothgar actually has the attack stat up. So the good thing about this, again, Quarry, with that resist. Oh my god, the Monk resist was so good. Yeah, at this point we were still doing okay. And then Odd, the reason Odd wasn't too good of a healer is because it's only boosted health, so it doesn't heal too much. My only worry is that I cannot let Astrid continuously revive. There's only so much luck that I could have here. So here I was counting again. I was making sure that I could get Hrothgar back. So I believe I left Astrid just like that, and then Hrothgar just immediately killed it right after that, which was amazing. Yeah, that was it. Hrothgar dealt so much damage here, which was amazing. Okay, well, with all that tension from hit number 3 gone, hit number 4 I decided to go with Insanity against Bernadette. And I gotta say, again, this one I was really, really lucky. I should have brought Uni Wakamaru here instead of Malena, but I got greedy, and I was gonna regret this because, like you can see, I wasn't gonna get another red match here, and I needed to find a way to get my blues first, just to top up my health in case Bernadette fires. So I was trying as hard as I can not to hit into Bernadette, and then this red diamond came in and just immediately killed her. And I was like, okay, yep. Once Bernadette was down, it was a win. And I decided to kill the left side first, even though Bramble didn't take the Insanity, because, well, that was the side where I was ghosting. And I thought, yeah, sure. Let me just kill it first, get everything topped off again. And to be fair, I also I got really lucky here. I don't think there's anything much to add here. I was really, really lucky. And the good thing was I had enough blues to make sure that I was in no danger of the Insanity going off against me. And all I could, and it was, that red diamond was just waiting there to be popped so that I could use what do you call her name, Tati Sherry, and the two Demhalas again. And I think in this case what happened was that Hrothgar didn't go insane, but Li Kui went insane, and I think from there Li Kui sort of just ended the game for me. It was a pretty interesting team, but I believe this was a very, very, very greedy team on my part. I made this team to go against Gurik, and because there weren't any Guriks left on the board, I figured, you know what, I'm just gonna bring this team in against Bernadette, since it's fast speed. The key here was I was hoping that I could get 7 raids before Bernadette fired, and that way it could save me the trouble. So here, hit number 5, I decided to bring a new hero in. I did get Wusong, and for this hit I brought in Oni Wakamaru in the last minute. I was going to use Magni at first, and I was so happy I brought in Oni Wakamaru, because look at the state of this board. So it was lucky that I managed to get 2 blue matches. I honestly, I made it correctly. I made the blue match at the bottom first, so that I could, even if the cascades were to happen right now, I have only Wakamaru to get ready. And I think I used him here because I wanted to clear the board. I wanted to just hit directly into Bernadette here, and to make sure she goes off when I still have the taunt up. So Bernadette went off, and then I went on to get my reds, I believe. Oh no, it wasn't my reds. I went to get my blues because I wanted to just use Wusong here. I did the blue match, got Wusong. So here I think what I did was I used Riverfang first. Oh no, I did. I used Wusong first because I dispelled everything and then used Riverfang, which was okay. And then now it's just a question of just getting my raids, because once I get my raids, I can get Li Kui to go off. I can get and I think here as well, I think Oni Wakamaru dies from this, from dagger, but it didn't matter because the rest of them was still in good shape, and all the ailments was just cleared off by Chunky Roy. So Chunky Roy MVP. I remember. Shout out to that. Shout out to the guy who said that Chunky Roy was one of his favorite healers. Yeah, I mean, no doubt he is strong. It's just that I do believe there are much better healers, better than him. And then I think from here, I mean, the outlaws are just crazy, man. Like I was really happy to get Wu Song, and I got a second Li Kui as well. So I'm currently trying to level the second Li Kui. And Wu Song hits like a truck. I mean, if you, I don't know if it was this one or the next hit, but Wu Song hitting, I think like about 2,000 damage here. Yeah, 2,800 damage. Jeez. Yeah. So, anyways, this was it. And then the last hit, I got a bit greedy. I could have went for another Bernadette, but I wanted to go for points. So I hit the team with the highest points remaining on the field. It's not to say that it's a easy team. It is a difficult one with Gutterid, but the positioning of Bartholomew there so leaves much to be desired. I put Iron Hearts on the edges because Gutterid, when she goes off, she actually puts a deep sleep on the edges, and Iron Heart will negate that particular ailment, so that was good. And then I just put Wusong, my second Wusong in here because Wusong will hit like a truck against Gutterid, and since it's a red hero, Wusong will actually hit the nearby enemies as well. So I use Iron Heart here, got my minions, and they hit everyone except Gutterid, which is to be expected because the fact that you're hitting random enemies is too bad. So you can see here, no effects on the edges, but I think my Iron Heart on the right was getting crazily close to dying, and then I believe in this case as well he hit on the left, which was really lucky, and then Thorn resisted, so that was cool. I still haven't fired Wusong yet, but I needed to get I needed to see what Iron Heart could do here. Just use Thorn. I maybe I should have waited for me to get a blue match, but I wasn't going to take the risk of Iron Heart dying here. But I think at that point it didn't matter because Iron Heart, for some reason, Iron Heart MVP, man. Iron Heart is it's one of my favorite heroes to use right now. And look at the hit, 2,700 damage. Yeah, you did. And then now Zaza is gonna kill herself with the reflect as well. So all I needed to do was kill Dulafur, which was easy peasy with one of the Iron Hearts. So yeah, really well done on this. Really happy, and that was my 6 more hits. So I'll catch you guys on the next video. GG.